What up, guys? ShadyTron here. Today I'm going to show you a little bit different of a gap formula. Alright, guys, so now I know I do a lot of videos with gaps, and there's a lot of them on the internet. I just kind of want to show you like an updated thing that I've been trying to do, and the eventual end result will be to make a 95 playoff player. So let me go ahead and add this to a set. Let me go show you guys really quick. Now, I did this yesterday. It did take me 2 days. It was like a 2-day process for me to do this. I'm going to run through. Now, new power-ups. The 50 power-ups are in packs. Right now, we can pull Barry Sanders, Marvin Harrison. That would have been hilarious if we actually pulled one like right on cue. But anyway, the 75 through 79 has a chance to pull a couple of them, and so does the 80 through 82. You can pull Randy Moss, Julius Peppers. There's a couple other ones in there. I think Warren Sapp's is 79, and they're all going for a decent amount of coin. Now, let me go back here to my auction house. I want to show you what you're mainly trying to do is you're going to go through certain sets, and you try to make a team. It's not team affinity. It's a standout like Legarius and them. So you can see I've been doing DK Metcalf, so I sold a DK, and these are little power-ups. Of course, you sell the little power-ups that you could sell as you go along. And then there's the Bakatari that I was able to make off of this yesterday, and then just some other stuff that I pulled. So you can see a random Redux here and a random Fournette. Now, I do also have a thing where sometimes I quick sell 82 overalls to let my training go up, and once my training goes up to either 2,500, 4,500, or the 7,000, I think, to rip the Redux pack, I go and take a shot at it. Now, I got lucky. Obviously, I didn't get lucky here pulling an 89, but I did get lucky pulling Fournette, so I made a little bit of coin off that. And you could see multiple DKs that I sold. Don't worry about Aaron Foster. Some of this stuff, not all of it came from it. I did rip a couple packs here and there, but here's still some of the bigger ones that I pull, like the Metcalf and Josh Allen's gold, man. He's very pullable, and I've been pulling him a lot, as you can see. So let's go ahead and go back, and let me show you exactly what sets I'm talking about. They're pretty much the common ones that everybody's doing. So just the typical sets, guys. Now, I'm doing the way that you move it up. If I get an 80 to 81 that I'm not using, it's going into this set right here. You need to, it's a tedious process. I'm not going to joke with you guys. But in the end, I have gained a lot of coin from doing this. So we're just going to take two, because right now, the gaps, you're pulling a lot more base elites. So we're just going to do this, make the 83 through 84, and then you're going to go ahead and you're just going to keep moving it on and moving it on up. Now, in order to do that bigger set, you do need a lot of 87s and you need the 89s. Now, with the set, what you want to do, excuse me, is after you make the Team Affinity here, the standout set, you're going to come over here and check the blocks to see who's going for the most. Like, I'm going to make a Josh Allen right now. He kind of was going for a little bit. But once you do make this, which it's not that hard to get this, I actually do in the upgrade set. Look, this is what I've pulled so far. I've actually pulled all of the elites so far, which is kind of crazy. These are all from, so these two right here I actually pulled from a gap pack. These are from the upgrade set. So all I need to do is get these baby guys. Oh, yeah, and I did pull a Christian McCaffrey as well. So now you may not get as lucky as me to get the McCaffrey every single time, or the Mac. But they're like 13K. So if you're spending 13K and you're going to make this set, then that's a dub. So now all I need is the baby ones there. And then once I make Josh Allen, what we're going to do is you sell the power up and you keep the 89 overall. And that's what you're going to go ahead and put into the NFL playoff set here. And then within the NFL playoff set, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to need 587s and you're going to need 785s. Now, like I said, it is a tedious process. It's nothing that you can do instantly, but you can work towards it. Now you can see I have one extra DK sitting here. These guys are only going for about 25K. It's up to you. Maybe at some point, if you do pull one of those guys and they're higher, you could sell it and go buy a cheaper 89. Like, it's totally up to you. And then let me see. I don't think I have any 86s, because the way that I've been playing it is I'm not gonna put these guys in first. I'm aiming to get my 87s out of the way. Now, another way to go ahead and do this a little bit more fluently is if you still want to have instant coin coming back, you can take some of them, your 78s and 79s. If you don't want to attempt to go for the 80 to 82 little set to go ahead and try and pull like one of those power-ups, or just to get yourself more 80s to put into the 83 to 84s, you can do the 50 sets, of course, and go ahead and put them in to, I think it's what, week 8 is it? And then you can go ahead and get yourself a little bit of coin there. Even you can do one of the higher ones and risk it if you want. But let me go over here now and show you guys what I was talking about in the store. So I personally quick sell only 82s. They're about 330 every time. But if you get a lot of 82s, which it will add up, you can come here and do one of these. And I did the playoffs a couple times. Bare minimum, that 87 is going to go into that playoff set. So therefore, if you pull something better, you can do your judgment. If you pull an 89 and you don't have all your 89s, you could substitute it. You could sell it. You could do whatever you want. Now, I risked it one time for this just to do it, and I pulled the 89. I don't really recommend it, but you can obviously always try that. Or go with here's a bare minimum 85 right here. So see, I am almost close to doing that right now. And this is probably the easier and quicker thing to do. Last week, I hit a 95 off of it. My only 95 that I pulled from this pack off of it. And obviously, that's going to be a big dub. But let's go rip a couple more really quick. I know it's like these gap methods seem to be long and drawn out. A lot of people are doing them. But in the same breath, you can make coin. Power-ups right now are going for a lot. Certain ones, those are always profitable. And you should probably always check the price of your cards. So maybe sit here and say, hey, I'm going to roll this 17K that I have left in, or whatever it might be. And then just rip. Don't do what I'm doing and add them into the set unless you obviously don't care. But some of these cards sneakily do go for more than the value. So even if this Tree Cohen sold for what if that was like a 2,000 coin card? You're making instant profit off of it. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add it into the 80 to 82, like I said, because that's what I've been doing with them. And then if I pull an 82 just straight out of a gap, or if I pull it out of the upgrade set, I'm quick selling it. Sometimes, guys, too, I like to just randomly go rip gag packs. I recently haven't been doing that because I noticed that I was losing a lot of coin, and then by the time that I made like the DK or the Sneed or something like that, I was barely making just the coin back that I had already just blew on trying to rip these gaps, because technically those power-ups are kind of what keep your coin at bay. So let's say right now you ripped 25 to 30,000 coins in these gap packs, and you happen to be able to make, one of those guys for a pretty decent price. Because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, guys, you saw I had like 9 baby ones left. I may rip a couple more of these, the Team of the Week ones, and probably buy the rest of those, because those little guys are about 4,000 coins. And so if I pull like an 82, I have a dilemma. It's like, do I sell the 82 Team of the Week, then just go swap it for a baby one, or hold on to it for your next time? And that's just something that is up to you. But it's still a great way to make coins right now. You don't want to see this animation anymore. Before, when these guys were actually makeable, they're still makeable, but they're not. And I put that into the wrong set actually, but they're not. You don't want to go add and get the cocoa piece. It's not worth it. You have to put in too much. But yeah, anyways, guys, short video. Just wanted to put out another formula out there that you can eventually get that 95 playoff hero through grinding. It took me 2 days. Now, it wasn't 2 full days where I had all my dedicated time to playing this. I'll be honest with you. It was 2 days of me going to work and only probably doing it for about 3 hours at a time, so maybe 6 hours total. But it just depends on what you pull. And if you hit one of those Randy Moss power-ups that's going for 250,000, you hit a Barry Sanders power-up, you're going to be making coins anyway on top of this. And here's the thing. Let's say you do hit a Moss power-up. At that point, right now, if I were to hit a Moss power-up, I would just go buy all those rest of those pieces for the DK or the Josh Allen or whatever I'm going for, and hold on to the 89, and then just go ahead and sell the DK, because basically you're already in the green, and you will pull a couple other baby leads. I think Landon Collins still goes for a lot. He's like a 69 overall. So there are still some that you can pull, and you can go ahead and make profit from. So let's add this. I want to at least try to make one set for you guys before we mosey on out of here. Here's one right here. If we see a power-up animation, I'm pretty sure they're all dubs. Come on. Let's go. You don't want to see that. At least this is a player. We knew that was going to be a player, but you still don't want to see that animation. But anyways, guys, I do appreciate you for checking out the video. Go hit up my homie Maze. If I do have anybody that watches these that don't follow Maze, he's getting close to 1,000. Go give him a subscribe. He's putting out good videos. He has a similar one to this. He does a couple of different things, a little different than me. So you go check his videos out so you could try to figure out, exactly, a couple of the ways that you could work the gaps. And sometimes you could just be good at pulling the leads from these things and profiting. You don't even maybe have to do any of these add to sets. You could just be pulling 81s, 82s, 83s. And so far, 84 is still the highest that I've pulled. I haven't pulled over that pinnacle of the 84 to get to an 85. But anyways, I hope you guys do have a good weekend, rest of the weekend I should say. Go enjoy these playoff games. The Chiefs and the Browns are on right now. Everybody have a good rest of the day. Holla.